A handful of times over the past few months, teams of hired guns poured out of Portland's federal courtroom. But the showdown between Oregon and Oracle is far from just a legal one. It's also a high-stakes political and PR game.
It's like a poker game. If you have the chips, you show that you have the chips and that you're willing to push them all in. And they have plenty of chips to pull in.
That's David Friedman, a Willamette University law professor who's closely following the case. And by they, he's referring to Oracle, the multi-billion-dollar tech company that he says will use its deep pockets to put the pressure on Oregon. On the PR front, Oracle hired a pair of lobbying firms to help broker a settlement. On the legal front, Oracle hired powerhouse attorney Jamie Gorelick, a former top official in the Clinton Justice Department. On Oracle's behalf, her team sued former Governor John Kitzhaber's campaign staff, accusing them of secretly interfering with Cover Oregon. On the political front, Oracle is a top donor to this Utah congressman, who just so happens to chair the U.S. Oversight Committee investigating Cover Oregon. So what cards are in Oregon's hand?
I don't expect that this will be easy.
Last May, Kitzhaber publicly blamed Oracle for the dysfunctional website, a site that cost more than $250 million. He asked Oregon's Attorney General Ellen Rosenblum to sue.
I expect that they will fight us tooth and nail. But I will not allow that to stop us from recouping dollars that were sent to Oracle.
At that time, Rosenblum told the Associated Press, "I share your determination to recover every dollar to which Oregon is entitled." Lawsuits followed. Oracle sued Oregon for copyright infringement, breach of contract, and $23 million in unpaid bills. Oregon fired back, suing the software company for corruption and false claims. Through public records, the On Your Side investigators found Oregon hired its own legal firepower, a Portland law firm charging up to $650 an hour. But Oregon is running out of chips. In 9 months, Oregon's Department of Justice has nearly burned through its entire $2 million legal budget. And they haven't even begun to argue the merits of the case. And yet the spokeswoman for the Department of Justice told me that the state is pressing forward, feeling confident after winning some early procedural rounds in court.
If they continue with this litigation, they are going to have to put more money where their mouth is.
So how much more is the state willing to pony up in taxpayer dollars?
This is Chelsea Copto with K2 News.
I requested an interview with Rosenblum, but was told she couldn't comment on active litigation.
Governor Brown, such a pleasure to meet you.
So I went to Governor Kate Brown, who inherited the mess when Kitzhaber resigned last month.
How far is the state willing to go to fight Oracle?
That's a great question. However, because we are in the midst of litigation, I can't comment on it.
If the state stays in the game, Friedman says Oregon's taking a gamble that investing millions in a legal battle will lead to a big payout.
If they think they could get $100 million out of Oracle, it's worth spending another $4 million if that's what the calculation really is.
That's if Oregon plays its cards right.